everyone, thank you for tuning in. This is your instructor Joy. Let me first play a little tune for you. This was a little beginning of Kayser study number 9. This was a subscriber's request. Thank you all for your continuing support and keep sending me your questions, nice comments, donations, and booking lessons with me. I truly appreciate. So in this particular study, we're talking about springing bows, which are this. We call this one Spiccato. There are other videos that I made about Spiccato, so I encourage you to check those ones out. So the basic mechanics of Spiccato is this. So our bow is a bit curved this way, which has a natural way of wanting to bouncing off in the middle somewhere, and then we're using this physics to have this fancy springing bow. Yeah? The way you want to find out where your bouncing spot, where the springing spot of your bow is, I measure it, see where this deepest curve is. Yeah, somewhere in the middle. And then see if you can just throw your bow until the bow just bounces off the string naturally. Once you find that one, then you move slightly to sideways, like that. And that's already most of it that you've done. And then of course, there's a different spot of many different kinds of springing bows spots. So for the shorter springing bows, for the short spiccato is rather in the middle. And for the longer one is rather a little closer to the front. That's one. Second one that you want to pay attention is we raise our wrist tiny bit higher than usual to create the unnecessary gap between the bow and the string. That way it's easier for the bow to stay off the string, which means away from the string. Yeah, and that's what a spiccato is. So you want to just practice open string and then find that nice spiccato with the right spot, with the right tempo that you like. For this particular one, its tempo indication, it says allegro assai, which means a little on the faster side. So we're gonna get a little closer to the middle, not quite in the middle, but close enough. Something like that, yeah. Even though this study does not say that, but whenever you practice difficult bow strokes, it's a good idea to repeat that bow stroke on each note. For example, instead of playing, you play 4 times on each note to practice your bow control. Yeah, you will do this a couple more times. And once you feel like you master that one, then move on to the next number, which is 3 times. Repeating 3 times on each note is a bit harder because these odd numbers don't sit well within us. So once down, once up bow, without waiting extra long. Yeah, so common mistake here is because we don't like to play odd numbers such as 3. A lot of students that I see in my teaching studio, they tend to hold the last note a little longer like this. Make sure you don't do that. Keep the same length of each note while keeping 3. We do once down and once up bow. If you're done practicing this one after a couple of times, then you move on to the 2. Then at last 1. Like that, yeah. Make sure when you practice difficult bow stroke like spiccato or even others, make sure practice enough times repeatedly, playing multiple times on each note. The idea is to gain the control of your right hand, rather than just being able to play through. Yeah? I hope this video was helpful. Thank you for watching, and I hope to see you again.